We bought the smoke.
I woke up out of my sleep, and the bus was slowing down and pulling over to the side. And so something's wrong, but didn't understand the magnitude of it the first minute.
I was sitting right behind the driver. So one light began to flash red, and then he looked, then another light began to flash, and then another red light began to flash, and then all of a sudden the entire dashboard began to flash red.
The bus driver, all these red lights start going off.
There was a ticking or flapping.
Suddenly there was this loud noise, sounded like a pop.
The bus kind of shook a little bit, and then he brought it on over to the curve, onto the side of the road.
As soon as he stopped, he said, "Everybody off the bus," and we knew something was up.
I wasn't really scared, but I wasn't hesitant about getting out of the way of others.
And we were 3 rows from the fire, so we felt the heat before anybody did.
The engine is right there, so all that smoke was coming.
I was feeling worried, were we going to get all the people off the bus in time, because the smoke smell was terrible.
It was much more like burning rubber.
Part of the problem that we had in getting off the bus was people wanting to take the stuff with them.
I knew where there's smoke, there's fire.
There was a lot of people still sitting, and we was like wondering, well, when are we going to get off the bus?
So it was terrible.
We, who were then out of the bus watching it, were just expecting it to burst into flames.
Because then they told you when you got off the bus, get away from the bus, because they was afraid it could explode.
My sister Carol was screaming.
Get away from the bus. I mean, I was just frantic. I mean, when I say the fire consumed the back of the bus, it was up over the bus. And I just knew that that bus was gonna just explode, but it didn't.
Some people behind me were starting to have difficulty breathing, and it got scary, like, oh my gosh, we may not get off this bus.
Because that's how thick and dark the smoke was, you could not see.
Within seconds, we were visually impaired by the smoke that began entering the bus.
Kenny Ginn, who's a Marine, who's 6'8", the smoke was so thick, he was feeling the seats to make sure nobody was left on the bus.
Well, I think my military training kind of led me that way.
To be sure that everyone had left the bus.
He is a hero.
I don't see myself as a hero. I see myself as a God-fearing, God-loving human that looks out for other human beings.
And you know, they never leave one behind. So I got to give them, I'm Army, but I got to give them that. They would not leave no one behind.
Nobody talked about going back.
We had come too far. You know, we want that museum here in St. Augustine. There was nobody thinking, let's go.
So the amazing thing that not one person said, okay, take me back.
We wanted to go to Tallahassee. That was our goal.
But thank God for Chef Hartwick, you know, and the rest of the folks, they got us out of there.
They moved us from point A to point C as one.
Nobody couldn't go around us, nor in front of us. Everybody had to stay behind us. God was in that plan.
Divine intervention, things had to happen, just that way.
After everybody was safely off and it was settled down, and I guess we knew at this point that we were going to have help coming from the county, which did come pretty quickly, he said, okay, do y'all still want to go?
We going to Tallahassee.